Now, my angle tonight is partly inspired by Gashuri's predicament, but on the eve of Good Friday, I'm also inspired by the Bible story found in the Gospel of St. Luke chapter 23. Now, the scene is the trial of Jesus, and the presiding judge, Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, he looks at the evidence before him and finds that Jesus has committed no crime. He's inclined to free him, but the crowd, or the lynch mob, should I say, is charged. They keep shouting, "Crucify him, crucify him." He tries a second time to release Jesus, but the shouts grow louder. The hashtag "Crucify him" is now trending. The third attempt is just as unsuccessful, and Jesus is condemned to die. Now, I am inspired by the story because in so poignant a way, I think we have become a crucify him nation. Let's face it, we are now a country where crucifying people and tearing them down is a national pastime we undertake with such gleeful delight. How many times in a week do we see reputations of fellow Kenyans shredded to pieces, many times with no reasonable justification? Someone begins a trend on Twitter or Facebook, and in an hour or so, nearly everyone has jumped onto it, a majority having absolutely no idea about who the person really is, what their true character is, or indeed if the allegations being leveled against them are true or not. Soon, their family members, husband, wife, children, etc., are dragged into the lynching arena and their names set ablaze. Trolling, we call it. If I were to speak about this, I'm reminded of an illustration once given by Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni at the 2007 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting at the Munyonyo Resort in Kampala. He made what appeared at the time to be a rather unfair comparison between the German and African approaches to competition. In explaining the difference between the two mindsets, here is what he said, and I'll quote. You see, in Germany, if your neighbor comes to visit you and finds you with a brand new Mercedes-Benz, he will congratulate you and then he will go away and work very hard to buy the same kind of car or an even better one. In Africa, however, he said, if your neighbor comes and finds you with that new Benz, he might not say much, but he will sneak back into your compound in the middle of the night and puncture all four tires of the car so that tomorrow you are both without cars. End quote. I'm beginning to think that the comparison wasn't that unfair after all, and perhaps the Ugandan president had Kenya in mind. And I say that because I think we really enjoy this tire puncturing thing in this country. When some salacious rumors start swirling around a rising musician, no one will bother to check whether what happened was really true or if it didn't happen. We all jump in and tear them down. That frightening treatment will be given to a successful business person, a fledgling athlete, a politician, a student, a football team Harambee Stars, and yes, even a preacher. It is almost as if it is a crime to attempt something important in this country. How many Kenyan professors are despised or never noticed at all in this country, and you find them moving mountains in other parts of the world? How many scientists are scantily ever noticed here, but their ideas are transforming economies out there? Tonight, in the spirit of Easter, I am appealing to our better selves. We can be great, much greater, if we as a country only started celebrating each other a lot more. We have demonstrated that we have the potential, and whenever we want, we really rally together as a country. Lest we forget, this is the country that produced the great Tom Mboya, the world-renowned and now deceased Wangari Maathai, the literary icon Professor Ngugi wa Thiong'o, the academic giant, the late Callistus Juma. We are the country of Kipchoge Keino, Ezekiel Kimboi, Eliud Kipchoge, Victor Wanyama. We are Kenya. Many of these great Kenyans have had to brave massive odds to achieve what they have. But how many more are cowed to eternal oblivion by the hordes of haters who are always lying in wait to lynch and tear down the next possible Wangari Maathai? How many would-be Mambo Mbotelas or Ruben Kigames are hiding in their own shadows for fear of the lynching mob that would capitalize on any perceived misstep? To paraphrase what Barack Obama, that great son of a Kenyan, once said of his country, America, Kenya, we are better than this. I rest my case. Enjoy your Easter.